now I remember. I was like, wow, it doesn't work. No, it does work actually. The issue is I forgot. No, wait. I am forced to do that. Okay, I am going to own my own mistake, I guess. I cannot change it in any way, so that's how things are gonna be. We're gonna have. Can you? I think you really cannot watch any VOD whatsoever on vertical functionality. Like, yeah, there is literally no way for you to watch them like that. Anyway, start this thing, the timer. That is going on. Next, I need to copy this link. No. Don't open that. Copy it. Just copy the link. Thank you. Here plus or here. Path of Exile for. We have been the whole week playing Path of Exile. Amazing. Not at all addicted. I am in control of my choices or something like that. What am I missing now? Test the audio. Yeah. Which is always requires a little bit of attention. And remember to watch to earn drops for Path of Exile. I can probably try to link my accounts. I will not. I will actually not that. What a boring thing. It's if it wasn't so difficult, I guess I would actually try it, but the issue is it takes so much effort. It takes absolutely so much effort. I have no clue how boring that is. Connection required. No, wait. I take back everything that I said. Let me connect my thing right now. Twitch connect. Authorize. Now it doxes me. It will be amazing. Twitch microtransactions? What? You can have Twitch microtransactions? What? What are we talking about? Okay, refresh. Good evening. Refresh, brother, are you gonna work? Perhaps not. Part of the experience, I guess. Anyway, what day is today? Today is Wednesday. Good Wednesday, everybody. We are here, all of us gathered to play some Path of Exile. That's the message today. I don't know, taking into consideration that it has been almost the entire week already. I would rather try to like probably see if we can finish the what the fuck? Why did it copy with the text? Why did it can happen? Can happen, I guess. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, we have that, we have this. I have this. Also, I love how Discord on my phone is not working. Why do I care about that? I actually need to utilize Discord. The internet in my phone in general isn't working for some reason. Makes sense. Why is it not working? Even better question. I have no clue whatsoever. Technologia, or something like that. My phone had no internet whatsoever. What a beautiful, reliable platform. One day I will need it and I will think about doing bad stuff because unavoidably it will not be working in the moment in which I need it to be operating. And that's gonna be the funniest thing ever. Anyway, true. Now I have everything actually set up. Okay. How much time do we have left? Let me mute this thing. Also, update this thing and have this thing here. Mute this thing here also. I leave this thing here. I play this thing. I have this thing running. I have this also. What am I looking for now? We have 3 minutes and 20 seconds or so. Concept is I had like a bit planned. That's why there is a new thing in the starting soon screen. And that is, you know what? I find it interesting that unavoidably you can try to do something like ASMR audio. The issue is unavoidably at the very same time. While I said that we have that possibility, I was testing. I actually don't have the possibility because all the heavy lifting is being done by the filter. The filter is absolutely genius actually. It removes like 70% of the noise or something like that. So it makes it so that you are not listening to the constant static that the cable gets or something. I have no clue even why it happens, but yeah, it has a horrible. Yeah. This microphone supposedly requires some degree of phantom power, which I cannot give to. I cannot give it this. Yeah, simply because it needs a what? An audio interface, and those things are not so easy to get. They don't spawn with the things that you want to get. So yeah, my point is, I wanted to do a bit. I am trying to make it happen while I am speaking. The issue is now whether most surely nobody will ever realize that the bit happened at all. Like, it won't be audible. That's the point of this. That it was audible enough. Like, yeah, I make noise with the thing itself while I'm not speaking, and that isn't audible for you. If I didn't have the filter, probably you could hear it, but it's Chinese torture method kind of noise. The whole static noise in the background. So we should actually not have that. The beat is good. Sometimes beats are wonderful to perform, to follow through and whatnot. But some other times, like this one, I can actually live without the beat, even if it doesn't fully end in any way. Even if it would have been pretty funny, yeah. So whatever, brother. We read this sad version of it, in which I tell you that I wanted to do it and I can only do it while I'm speaking and nobody can actually understand what's going on, because once again, it's almost impossible to perceive since I am continuously overshadowing whatever happens with my own voice. Why, man? Fun has been eliminated from this reality. But oh well, that's how things can go sometimes. You just learn to live despite whatever happens. So that's that, I guess. Let me finish this. But yeah, that's the only thing that actually happened. Besides that, it's quite easy actually to set up. I was expecting to have some more issues. It's not so much. It's more of the mental image that you create out setting up than what it actually is to set up. In my case, setting up is quite simple actually, and I am happy for that. But anyways, yeah, we are done. No more beat. I finished the beat, quote unquote. You cannot even hear what happened, most surely. But I tried. When in the future, like 2 years from now, we will have a proper beat. And people will be like, wow, amazing beat. It is the most beautiful thing I have seen. I get it now. I clap because I get it. Yeah. Anyway, let me see. I'm probably no. I sent the stuff. Yeah. I need to open something actually. Here we go. Gaso Tuber. Amazing. Okay. I think there is not much else to do. Is there? Am I missing something? Probably. Very probably. But it doesn't matter. Let me activate the... Ah, yeah, okay. That was what I was missing. I have... Give me a second. Good morning. Guten Tag. No, no. No, I don't know what that means, sorry. I am culturally appropriating of something which doesn't belong to me. Yeah. I needed to activate the desktop audio. Desktop audio? No. Besides that, the music from the game. Today, I was gonna say, I think we have been playing like for the last 3 or 4 days this game already, and yeah, it's going to simply be a continuation of that for the rest of this week, I guess. We're gonna be playing this. I will try to probably advance a little bit more also outside of here, because it's to some degree, I wouldn't say exactly annoying, but tedious to be always leveling up and always trying to progress and whatnot. So yeah, we get whatever we can. Point being, let me activate the audio. There we go. Yes, yeah. Login and here. Play. All of the logs. Let me. Here we go. Amazing. Professional, they call me. Yeah. We have everything for now. So yeah, good morning. So far, what's the world? The world is amazing. For a second, I got absolutely scared by the chat. I thought that it was about to fucking dox me. It was gonna be amazing. For some reason, this video game that everyone plays displays your fucking IP. No. Thank God it doesn't. Wow. I actually got scared by that. Anyway. The build. Did I do anything? I know I played a little bit earlier today. Ah, yeah, I did a little bit of the Trials of Ascendancy, basically. What are the Trials of Ascendancy? Great question. The whole concept of not everybody instantaneously getting what you're talking about, yeah. This passive tree inside of the water, passive tree. I think something tells me that I'm going to get this and the Shadow Ascendancy and get the Assassin. Most importantly, damage cannot be reflected. I don't care about anything else, brother. I just not want to be killed by my own damage. So perhaps that's the only thing worth choosing in that case. That's the current goal of that. But I don't even know when we get to... Why is the music so loud? When we get to actually deal with the whole encounter of the whole... Yeah, the next Trials of Ascendancy of Aspirants Plaza. Let me see. What's the actual name? Like... What's up? This thing here. The Keruel Labyrinth at level 55. So, probably we're gonna actually have the possibility of being here. We are at level 49 right now, so yeah, probably, perhaps, who knows. Question is, besides that, anything else? I have the golem. I think it happened on stream that I got that golem and said, yeah, I want to have it here exist. And yeah, that's as much, nothing else really. No other thing to add. I was trying to figure out the rest of the world, but it's to some degree. It is also mostly just I need to level up. I need to keep on leveling up, and that's it. I guess it would be fantastic to get something like amidst blood, probably, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't know even what's the current price of that thing, but something tells me that I won't have the pleasure of getting one of those. Also, wait. I just realized. Wait. I got this thing. The slaughter gain 1 rage on hit with access. Why does it matter? Because we have the rage meter over here. I unavoidably you should realize that something red, where there was nothing before, now has appeared on screen. So yeah, we have the rage meter now, which is just another layer for damage. And yeah, another thing that I was trying to simply to get enough things to things to multiply the damage. I have started to some degree to understand how it works. The issue is I am not fully sure about how it completely works. I have a basic notion, and that's kind of bad, but it's all good. It's whatever it can be, and I'm happy with that. Anything else to really say about the game particularly? I don't think so, I guess. No, I haven't. Not much has really happened. I have only played like 1 or 2 more hours off stream, off camera, so to speak. So yeah. What? The Garul rebels are quote-unquote friends. I see. So yeah, that's everything basically. It's good to be here. Now we can continue leveling. Besides that, yeah, nothing else. So I guess it's just about progressing a little bit more and trying to see where we can end up. Amazing. I need to actually, I like to play with just one hand. The whole aspect of, I wouldn't say nervousness, but comfort, mental comfort. I like to have one hand on my pocket, simply put. I like to, I don't know why. I don't even have any particular explanations to why it happens really. But yeah, I prefer that. I cannot do that because I need to constantly have the other hand in the potions. I hate this. But it's all good. It's part of the experience, anyways. But yeah, I was saying that I don't know, nothing really of substance. Just that probably we're gonna see how things go. We are still so early, so there is a lot of room for improvement, for changes, whatnot. I was trying to get many multipliers of damage now that I finally understand how that works, but also that still is reliant on the skill tree, which you need to unlock way too much by doing so many things, so that's also like quote unquote an issue. So whatever, absolutely whatever. Yeah, no, not much, really. So just to continue clearing and not mentally die, I guess, in the process of doing so. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember if I am actually forgetting anything else or not. Okay, yeah. There is one thing of importance, quote unquote importance. I understand how these things work. One of the many goals is probably to get multiple hexes / curses on enemies, because one reduces the amount of damage that they are capable of not taking, and the other one increases the damage that they take on a different level. So being capable of stacking the two of them is actually like the numbers right now. I think 21 and minus 20 probably it ends up being something like 44 or 48 of effectiveness, not just 20 plus 20, but that whole combinatory number. So yeah, no, compound numbers basically, but whatever it is, we are gonna be happy with that. And besides that, I don't know, I struggling to learn stuff. It's an incredibly convoluted game. I guess unavoidably you get always the pleasure of playing literally what you're looking for. So it's not like, wow, it's so bad that I get to see what the exile feels like. I should actually be a lot happier that I get to have such freedom and actually build whatever I feel like building, even if I completely ruin the world. And in this case, it doesn't seem to be so far what's happening, thank God, but it's interesting. I don't know if it is really something along the lines of yeah, the game was designed with the idea in mind of making the players always rely on themselves. I guess to some extent it also becomes a part of the nature of how the experience gets seen and whatnot, that you not exactly that you have to, but you can rely on tutorials and guides and whatnot so that you don't have to struggle yourself. But it doesn't mean that it is impossible for you to try to see how to do things by yourself, on your own. Amazing. So yeah, the current point is to try to keep optimizing things. I actually have absolute awareness about what I need to do to avoid dying. The issue is I need to get I need a better chest plate, body armor, and that's gonna be complicated. Not exactly because it is difficult. Beautiful. What kills me? What killed me in that one? Water. But yeah, I need something that replaces this thing, which I have with 4 slots, so that's gonna be an experience also. But whatever. It's not like it's not doable, so I just need a little bit more patience, basically. And it will be done after a little bit. Also, I see what killed me. This guy, for some reason, has so much damage. And I have no clue why even. I love that. There we go. Okay. But yeah, whatever. Besides that, nothing else of substance. Just to keep on exploring and trying to get rid of enemies and whatnot. Yeah. Whatever. Life is but the consummation of all those tiny encounters that you, to some degree, become prone to ignore, are capable of not observing with any interest, even if they possess an importance in themselves, and you are capable of, by your own, realizing that it might be, to some degree, useful. Just the possibility of ignoring them makes it possible to not really pay any attention whatsoever. And in this case, yeah, it's I wouldn't say good, but it's possible to do it. So it will take however long it needs to take, and whenever we're done, we're gonna be on. Yeah, the whole plan, I was saying, Elril, the whole plan probably is gonna be something along the lines of, if we can, we're gonna be here until like, huh? I killed a woman too? Wow. It's gonna be this whole week probably to see if we can, not if we can, to see how far we can get. Yeah. And I don't know, I don't want to do the entire leveling up. I tend to get pretty bored, yeah, unaware to some extent. It's the repetitiveness of things is beautiful, but at the very same time there comes a point in which the action that you enjoy from doing this kind of game at its most difficult content, at its peak of complicatedness, so to speak, is such that you are actually challenged way too much by things that require your utmost attention. And it's not exactly that I don't like to play things which challenge me in that way, but yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen here. As always, I prefer my possibility to possess any kind of discourse whatsoever, and yeah, I am happy that I get to have that. I don't need to change how we behave here for the sake of, oh yeah, even more Path of Exile. We have to finish Path of Exile. We have to make sure that we finish Path of Exile. It doesn't really matter. If we don't finish it, it doesn't matter. It's absolutely all good. So yeah, that's the story basically. Besides that, I don't know, I was, yeah, there are so many other things are related in terms of so many objects and whatnot that you can learn about. It's interesting. I wouldn't say it's useful. It's interesting, but yeah, nothing much to do actually there. So just interiorizing myself with the possibilities. Let's say like that. So yeah, besides that, now for real, good morning. I guess we're gonna just continue playing as long as we're capable of, and for or with as little interruptions as possible. Today, thank God, today seems to not be as laggy. Yesterday, based on what I have seen in the chats and whatnot, it seems to be the case that actually the servers themselves lag at different times, and it's kinda impossible to actually understand why sometimes. Sometimes, not always, sometimes. Amazing. So yeah, it's annoying to some degree that the servers lag, but it's possible also that we don't have to actually deal with it. Perhaps, who knows? And if we get to not have any problems, that's gonna be a benefit basically. And if we don't, life in its utmost expression, it can happen, and it can be the case also. Wait. I actually don't have to kill enemies in this particular area, so easier to do this server. There we go. This is my house. I can be such a horrible dictator. It's fun. Also, wait. What do I need to do it here? This? I have already that. What? I already increased that? Amazing. Amazing. More damage. Let's see. What's the next thing here? More damage with enemies that cannot get leached. Ignites. No. There is nothing else I think that actually matters. Or any of this. 40 more attack damage if accuracy rating is higher than maximum life, but never deal critical. Oh, horrible. No, not gonna pick that. What? What do I actually get now? Great question. I have this thing here. Do I need that? Not really. I have this thing here. I don't even use that. I don't even use that. We are back to the point in which I have no clue what comes next. Don't you love that? It's part of the fun to be absolutely lost. I was thinking something about life written, probably. I don't know. I will have to analyze how to go about that. Yeah. Have something like this. No. Something like this. No. 200. Wait. 200. This thing is 200. Impale. I'm not utilizing a tally. Impale. Wow. I'm not even remotely close using that. 5% chance to deal double damage. Okay, I remember. I'm looking for attack speed, basically, yeah. Oh, I see. I will try to get this. I don't know if I actually need it. I mean, it's an easy choice. But sometimes what's easy is not what matters the most. Perhaps something like this. Perhaps. Who knows? Who knows? I should get playing, yeah. I will figure that out later. It is whatever. I guess let's do it like this. Probably like 2 levels before it becomes almost obligatory for me to choose something. And when that happens, we're gonna actually struggle trying to understand which choice which path to take and whatnot. Until then, nah, don't bother me with that, man. Not it. It's not really annoying. Whatever it is, the thing that you have to deal with by yourself. You know that you chose. To some degree, if you choose to not play with a guide, you know what you're subscribing in terms of, yeah, I will have therefore to analyze it by myself and make clear choices in terms of which path I am going to take for the sake of my rules and my creations and whatnot. But it's not really something bad, it's just the necessary step of, okay, then how can I actually approach my goals? Which goals do I even have, I guess? So yeah, whatever. It will be, whatever. Okay, anyway. And I don't know, I have a very interesting point of existence in my life today. Not today. In this sum of days, I have actually tried. Not. But I mean, yeah, to some degree, tried is the right word. Yeah, I have tried to get myself to read a little bit more. I explore text. I can explore things without directly looking at the text. Unavoidably, one of the many wonderfulness benefits, I guess, of the current day is that there are so many ways to approach the same task, as long as you're willing to try many possible things and whatnot, that in the end, yeah, I can say I can also actually try something related to, and perhaps in this case, we don't have to exactly struggle as much, we don't have to deal with things as much. It becomes possible for us to just find different pathways to the same goal. And in the case of reading things, you actually don't have to, in many cases, read anything. You can just utilize all the other tools available at your disposal in terms of, yeah, nowadays it actually is somewhat easy enough to find tools that allow you to listen to books and whatnot. But on the other hand, there is always the eternal discussion of, oh well, but when you can't read the books themselves and whatnot, you might be missing something. And when you can't, and that is absolutely true, when you are not reading, in audio you don't have the benefit of, I can easily go exactly back to where I realized that I lost myself. You always have the issue of, I have to jump a handful of seconds behind, I have to jump a lot of seconds behind, but it never is a precise jump to exactly where you need to go, so you are more than anything else. The fuck was that noise? Guessing, and that's kinda bad. And despite that, it's not like, yeah, I say it as if text comprehension was the thing that I struggle with the most. It's along the lines of simply, it's nice to have the possibility of doing that. And it also is, I guess, the whole aspect of, I know that even if I don't use it myself, like, I don't know, I don't need to be a professional athleticist, so to speak, to need to be capable of running an entire kilometer without dying, but it also is good to be capable of doing that, even if I am not the person who will utilize that skill the most. It's actually good to know that I still have it in me. And I don't know, to some extent, I guess, whether the issue comes from the aspect of, I have realized actually, I feel like in many cases, there is such a profound degree of, oh no, yeah, we all have these issues and we all have these problems and whatnot, when that is not so much the case, that it actually damages what happens and it actually hurts what goes on and whatnot, and that makes it so that in the end, it's quite damaging to pay attention to what gets said out. Oh yeah, this thing matters and this thing possesses an importance and whatnot. And with enough time, you will always be surrounded and looking at what you are not having anymore now and such. And once again, in some cases, it's not so true. There are not so many issues that trouble the existence of people, so to speak, and it's strange to see it happen on one hand. On the other one, it's also an annoyance in itself to deal with. I realize that I have this degree of worry about, okay, can I do this thing properly? Okay, but from where does it actually come? Is it really mine? I don't think am I truly that physically incapable of doing this thing? It feels more like I am just getting the whole expression of fear-mongered into believing that I am going to also suffer from this thing because others say it so. I don't even know how good I am. I just need to find out. But the way in which those things are always approached is first and foremost from the negative aspect, and that is annoying. And I haven't tried to not only deal with that, so to speak, but also in the chances that it does possess, simply not suffer from it. Also, wait, I didn't clear this thing fully. That guy dies when you fully clear the. Yeah. I didn't know it. I think it's actually good that there is some way or some kind of visual indicator for you to know that you did or did not fully clear the thing. But yeah, anyways, I was saying that it's annoying to have that exist, but it's not absolutely negative, so to speak. It can be an issue, but it's not absolutely the worst one, so it's fine. It's whatever, basically. Okay, now we are done for real. And in the confirmation of the capacities that one has is the fulfillment of knowing that indeed there is a tendency to say that we as human beings are decaying more and more each single day, and unavoidably that's not the case. In my experience, I am not dying so rapidly, but I don't know, I guess still you can take it from the aspect of it might, the only actually beneficial aspect of it is the preparation that you need to have for the later stages of life. There is a point in which you actually need to pay close attention to, okay, how are you feeling today? How have you actually made sure that all the things that you used to be capable of doing are still there? The whole aspect of what you don't use, you lose. What have you abandoned? What have you given up on? Because there might be some aspects of yourself that you might have without paying any attention whatsoever. Let go. This can actually hurt you, and it's good to actually pay attention to that. It's beneficial for you to do so. It's not something to be so angry about. In later stages of life, yeah, it needs to be a constant exercise actually, that you see what you have and what you can do and what not. And even if it feels strange, it's part of being in check with yourself and making sure that you are, I wouldn't say functioning, but being capable of doing things in the way in which you are accustomed to, without having to so abruptly deal with the whole encounter of today I have woken up and I can't anymore, I don't know, think in the same way in which I used to before, because the whole aspect of literally my mental capacities have been reduced by the passage of time, by the impervious passage of time that has now taken from me the possibility of have as much of a clear thought pattern as I used to in my prime, so to speak. And it's at this stage is mostly learning that it will come and learning to integrate the aspect of yeah, I can try to pay attention to that, but not really an issue, basically. It's more of an, I wouldn't say invented, more of an assumed problem than a truly existing one. So it's whatever. It's just how things get to be, and it's fine. It will be whatever. But yeah, trying to deal with that, trying to see how things are working, trying to learn how to analyze oneself in that sense, and trying to keep oneself on its own toes, so to speak, before it is too late and one has to actually deal with the encounter of I have actually missed the thing that I should have paid attention to. I missed when I had a time to do anything about it, actually, and now it might truly be harming me even more than if I tried at all together. So yeah, in this case, I'm not really going to respect the whole aspect of, oh wow, I should have tried to pay attention to it. Yeah, I should try to, I guess. So yeah, that's just the justification, nothing really important, basically. Just, as I said, the explanation of it happens sometimes, and trying to get accustomed to it whenever it happens. But I mean, okay, being honest, I feel like unavoidably there is such a degree of... I always feel like those kind of things are annoying, because it more than anything else is the whole discussion of, oh yeah, but you have actually ignored the aspects that are related to, and perhaps you also had the possibility to deal with these issues and the possibility to not even have them exist as an issue at all by simply acting on them sooner at some point of your existence. And not exactly that, oh yeah, you willfully chose to fuck yourself over, but simply it takes 5 minutes, and sometimes one cannot really afford those 5 minutes, and one believes that it's not necessary to give those 5 minutes to anything, and in doing so it is that the harm actually comes. And in that way, I feel like there are way too many of those encounters of, yeah, I could actually try to solve these things, I could actually try to do something about the problems that might occur later on, and simply avoid them entirely by making sure that, yeah, they don't destroy me and whatnot. But I don't know, it always gets bastardized, as always. The proper expression is bastardized in this case. Anything related to that, you are better by living a careless life in which you waste your own self for the sake of anything that you want to accomplish, rather than to pay a little bit of attention to what you are, to what you are trying to do, to the things that you are trying to achieve, to what you need to sustain in order to survive, so to speak, and all of those other things that let you accomplish the goals that you have, basically. And it exists so to the degree to which it ends up actually becoming a truly negative thing in terms of, yeah, I don't really even need to worry about any of those things. How are you able to run this game? I have a good game. I have a good PC. No, so I'm capable of doing that. Also, welcome, Chin. Hope you're well. That's the quick explanation. You upgraded? Indeed, yeah. I got a minimally good PC. I remember. I never told you. I never said anything about that in terms of. Now I probably can actually play something like, what is it? Age of. To my mind comes Age of War. No more playing Mac? Yeah. I mean, no. It's not like I'm not going to play Mac. I actually have it installed. Right now, I just Age of Empires, yeah. Age of Empires too, yeah. Sorry for forgetting. But yeah, stuff like that I can actually run now. And I was saying, no, I have the issue of I will probably still play Mac, but particularly Mac like and such, you need to customize the experience. I like to play with mods, and doing that is just for how modding works incredibly annoying. So I want to do that. I watch some guides to get into it. Yeah, I mean probably. I need okay, no. I want to do that. There is also another caveat here. I know that I need to upgrade my whole keyboard now. One of the things that I realized it has is the wonderful issue of it doesn't let me do a high input activity in general. So I end up, let's say, playing at, instead of invented the numbers so that you get the point, instead of 200 actions per minute, just 120 or so. Your mic too? I haven't been here for a while, so I forgot how it sounded before. Depends, probably, depending on how long you have been or not here. Yeah, there was a change in microphone also. It is supposedly better, so yeah, that's to some degree true. But once again, it depends. If you haven't been here in, I don't know, just 1 or 2 months, or 3, perhaps? No, okay. If you haven't been here since, let's say, November last year, then yeah. But it's improving? Yeah, I am slowly moving towards something else. I have even in mind a way to deal something with a different model, with a proper model, actually. But the issue is, it's actually quite difficult to do that. I want to do that. I don't want to get a proper model. Not that I don't want to do that. It's so hard to get a. I have in mind something about a 3D model. I have no clue how difficult that is, but I have some things in my head about that whole stuff. I just need to work on that. Also, what we have? Armor and RC shield. Yes? What armor? Probably? Yeah. Can I give it that? Yeah. Can I give it another prefix? No, okay. 117. 166. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. And now I have to. I didn't lose anything here. What is this? Ah, the mark. I see. I don't know. Also, sorry. I don't know if you play Path of Exile. If you don't, the quick summary, the quickest summary possible is simply you build based on killing enemies fast by spinning. The average build of you spin to win. That's the current stuff. It suddenly feels so real watching you have a normal looking stream and not a 2040p JPEG of a waterfall with a guitar loop or something. It's good, it's good. We are slowly improving, basically. That's how things get to work here. And yeah, it's beautifully slowly, but surely we're capable of upgrading, so to speak. So it wasn't that bad, but it still was I wouldn't say a lot of work. It just was enough to make it noticeable, let's say. Yeah, we're slowly getting better. Sometimes it's about having enough patience to understand that yeah, things get to actually reach higher stages of existence, so to speak. The only issue is to have enough patience to actually see it go through, basically. I guess. I don't know, in many other instances I will probably given up. I will probably have given up. But I don't know, sometimes there is also something about deciding in this case, do not fucking give up. And I guess something out also, unavoidably I was gonna upgrade the PC, so why not try to see how it was gonna look in places like this one too. But yeah, it's good to progress, basically. It's nice, it feels good. It's... But no, it's good to progress, but it is still bittersweet. There is that eternal sensation of, yeah, but this thing is done. Now what comes next after that? That's still an issue. And learning to not look at the next goal that might appear and such is still hard to some extent. Being satisfied is good, but it also is hard to be quote-unquote properly satisfied. You just... satisfaction lasts some minutes, some days, at the best a week or a month, but after that it comes back the whole sensation of okay, what needs to change now? What's the next thing that I can say that is bothering me instead? And that's, I wouldn't say hard, it's just the nature of living, but it's difficult to learn to live with that sensation and not make it become the central thing that one hears when I, for example, try to live my own life, so to speak. But yeah, point is, it's good to be here. So thank you also, I guess. The point is also, thank you for continuing your own stuff. It's amazing to see actually how much you yourself also have been progressing and how much, I don't know, it's particularly with the stuff like art also, it's horrible to not be capable of understanding how much one has improved. I particularly didn't even notice that that happened. I knew that there was to some degree a change in your art, but it wasn't until like, I don't even remember why, but for some reason I was looking or somebody retweeted and remember the context of the things that you did some years ago, and after seeing that it becomes noticeable, the change and the whole advance, so to speak, and that's amazing. But it is still the very same thing. Yeah, in the end, we just were capable of not giving up, and that is beautiful. But it also is like, quote unquote, well, at the very same time, it's obvious. It shouldn't be that difficult to get. But sometimes the sensation to fucking abandon things is stronger, I guess, I know. Okay, fuck. Beautiful, sorry. Yeah, happens. I mean, it's part of the experience, I guess. To be capable of capturing the essence of what happens when it isn't by the capacity of looking at things in hindsight is difficult. I guess that is something way too complicated. A proper abstraction from oneself, let's say, that, oh my god, I'm going to die yet again. No, not this time. A proper abstraction that lets you actually pay attention to, oh yeah, I am doing this thing better, is difficult. I guess it's understandable. It's not like, oh no, why does this happen? There is no reason whatsoever. Unavoidably, it's so difficult to actually do that. The whole sensation of, oh yeah, this is happening because of this or because of that. There is a huge degree of that sensation coming from the aspect of being an egotistical person, of saying, yeah, this unavoidably, this is... Wow. Unavoidably, this is the right reason and nothing else for sure. And it's the constant, I guess, wariness of looking at that thing and not falling for the trap of, yeah, I have become better. I have done something better, when in reality that hasn't happened. But it's life. Also, now I'm done here. Amazing. The question is, where next to, huh? I have to exit, I guess. Ah, it took me to the beginning. Ah, sleepy time? Okay, thank you. Have a very good one. Rest. Have a good night. Simply make sure that you sleep. And thank you for coming, for dropping by us. Oh, what a great life. Life is sometimes so beautiful, but once again, it's difficult to appreciate all of that, I guess. Just sometimes the beauty of things is not even hidden, it's just unobserved. And to the admission of what makes things beautiful is also what takes so much effort. Sometimes to be capable of recognizing what is at all nice is incredibly hard to accomplish based on what is the current modes of existence. Let's say in terms of, I cannot really say that I'm happy for having so little troubles when my whole existence has been about solving issues that I have encountered. Not because it isn't good, but rather because I'm accustomed to having issues. And to out of nowhere have to see that I myself don't have any is strange. And that is something hard to reckon in terms of, yeah, I might need to probably keep on improving on that sense, but whatever, at some point, as always, at some point things stop being an issue, as long as there is work being performed in that whole aspect, so whatever. It's just about trying to do something at all. Also, no, I was wrong. I mean, well, I completed this area. Is there anything really meaningful to do here? I guess the bounties, probably? I don't even know if they are really meaningful. I think that they are more like, yeah. For sure I'm going to waste my time on this more than anything else. Or the whole aspect of, yeah, for sure this will bring me something, when it, in the end, doesn't. But whatever. Also, no, wait. There's a gap there. I can't jump from there, man. Whatever. It brings my immersion. Whatever. Also, I have a thought, but I need to think out how to say it. I saw something. Let me say it like that. Yeah, I saw something today, and it made me come back to what I am, what I do, and what I try to perform in many ways. And I felt absolutely strange. There is a degree of performance in the way in which one does things, basically. Going back to the eternal aspect of, yeah, everything is a performance to some extent, so it's kind of meaningless to say that you are a performative person. Unavoidably, every single human being, by the mere aspect of them trying anything at all, is a performative human being, because in the end, you are trying to perform something. The issue is to which degree you are capable of utilizing more than performative theater expression, more related to, you are not being a performative person, you are being somebody who is trying to fake the act, or trying to make it look like something far more important, or it's not just trying to receive the attentions of others. Sometimes I have actually seen people like that. It's not like, yeah, I have never seen anybody of that sort. Those who act in ways in which you will assume that they would be trying this, quote unquote, for a simpler term, performativeness behind what they do, but they accept that nobody's gonna be seeing them. It's about when you are being observed, when you know that there might be a possibility of being observed, And that aspect of, yeah, at that point, then it becomes to some extent meaningful for me to try to then perform something. And it's strange to actually see that in some cases. I find myself surprised at the encounter of those who can so easily. It's the strangeness of how can I so. In my case, I do not feel like it is normal to be so capable of putting on a mask, not because it's bad, but rather because there are other things to. Beautiful, man, to try. There are other things to at all give a go. In this case, it might be more meaningful for me to simply take another route instead of waste my time once again trying to do whatever it is that I am trying when I otherwise go for the route of yeah, let's say that. Perhaps by doing this, wow. I love how incredibly dangerous this boss is actually. Somehow, a normal enemy is more difficult than some bosses that I have encountered. Is it there? Okay, there we go. Whatever. But yeah, I was saying. That basically, that whole aspect of, and seeing some people performing that way is strange. Not because, yeah, it's bad, but simply because, I guess, I cannot really do that myself. I don't really feel envious. I am not actually at all in that sense. Oh no, I wish I could do that. I get so lazy for that. I myself don't feel like I will try at all to do something like that or should do something like that. You know what I mean? There is that sense of being. I need armor. Give me a fucking second. I need armor. Armor. What increases my armor? Physical. This increases armor. Yes. I was looking at this. This? No. This thing, no. This thing, no. This thing, no. Max 100% chance to offend with 200% of armor. Maximum damage reduction for any damage type is 50. I see. This is armor. What is armor? This is armor, yeah. This is armor and energy shield. The issue is I'm not building energy shield particularly. It's to some degree bad. This thing? Not really. Choosing is the bane of my existence sometimes. The issue is I can take this, but I'm not going to arrive at that. Man, sometimes choosing is too hard. What is this? Work rise. I don't have work rise. I don't have work rise. Beautiful. Retaliation. No. You know what? Give me this. Isn't this actually good? Like, 1 armor per 2 strength? Like, okay, wait. How many defense? 952. Apply 1,404. It's a substantial increase, yeah. It's like more than what any current armor that I could equip would give me. I think so. So to some degree, it's good. Okay, that's that. I still need it's wrong choice. I still need a fucking new armor, but until then we have that at least. New coping mechanism campus just dropped. I was saying that yeah, I don't know, feeling like in many ways it would be not just meaningless, but actually, I guess, annoying more than anything else. Yeah, to try to act in those ways and say, yeah, you know what, I'm going to be fine with doing these things. I know that I'm not going to be. I absolutely know that I am not going to be. I can already see it. I can already, just by imagining myself in that position, I know that I won't enjoy it. Okay. One of the many issues, I guess, of developing any particular kind of sense of this sort, let's say like that, would be that you at some point also realize that you have made yourself incapable of doing some other types of actions, like, I don't know, morally speaking, I guess, it is not that surprising that you cannot think of yourself as somebody who might be willing to kill someone else. Not because you need to kill other people, but rather because unavoidably to some extent, there are points in which you have also your more primal mind tell you, yeah, you know what, I might as well dispense of the existence of this person. Not that it is good, but that sensation comes over and you can believe what it says or expresses without understanding that indeed it is bad to actually desire to do anything of that sort. Or even if you can understand that it is bad, it takes you 1 or 2 seconds until you can finally say, yeah, no. I have to control myself, I have to actually avoid doing that. Okay, in that very same sense, it occurs with any other aspect of, yeah, and I believe that I don't really need to worry about anything in terms of how I... What do I need? Wait. What do I need? This thing is incredibly old. Yeah, okay. Give me rings, I guess. In that sense, it does, quote-unquote, work out to have that very same sense, but in this other case, as I say, the analysis leads you to the conclusion that, yeah, perhaps I wouldn't have as much of a problem doing this thing if I didn't have this way of living my own life, I guess. Not that it always is bad. I'm not really saying that, oh no, I regret so much not being capable of putting up this other method, this mask, to perform in this other manner and whatnot. But the simple analysis of, yeah, it does exist. I can admit that it feels strange to look at others who are capable of doing that, while knowing that I myself would never be capable of doing that. And I unavoidably also have the sensation that, despite the strangeness of it, I don't really feel like sometimes it is all that rewarding. I find it very annoying to look at those who, in that way, let's say, there is such a degree of trying hard for the sake of this very same performance. In any way, not particularly like, yeah, performative for the sake of this or that, but simply in any manner that one becomes accustomed to perform without paying attention to, but does that thing actually give me anything that I care for? I don't feel like it does. I don't feel like at all I gain anything when I do that, and I might as well not exactly be going in the wrong direction, but simply not gain anything by doing that myself, you know? And that's an annoyance of which aspect of my own life I might be incurring on that might not really bring any benefits to me, and which, therefore, aspect I could try to pay attention to that could then actually giving me something useful. But I don't know, it's just life, something about, in some cases, you realize that you need to do something, in some cases, you realize that you might have to do something, but you're still incapable of doing anything at all about those things. And whatever it is, it's just all about learning how to navigate the situations based on what you find and what you can do in them, more than anything else, I guess. Something like that, yeah. But yeah, I guess I'm happy I avoided the primal thing, the primal fear, so to speak, of, yeah, I had this thought when I saw this thing happen, no. So that's good. That's the end that I'll say, I guess. Also, all of these things are hidden. Wonderful. So meaningful, man. So absolutely meaningful. Identify, yeah. Sell this. I think I should sell that, no? This. Evasion. No, yeah. This. This has 4 sockets. This is actually good to some extent. This. Accept. And this. And this. And this. Didn't they have another skill or something like that? Gold, 200, no. Okay. Very good. Goodbye. Whipping. Yeah, you know what, actually? Take this. Take this. Take this. I am just holding on to this thing, trying to get a modifier up from crafting, but it's so annoying to craft, man. I will try it. For the sake of saying that I tried, I will try it. Give me... What can I do? Nothing. Beautiful. I actually can't do anything? No way. It has to be because I have those things on me. I think that now that I saved everything, I can't do... no, it has no more spaces. Beautiful. Isn't it? Yeah. You know what? Goodbye. Sell. Goodbye. Yeah, you were a good item, but I cannot do anything with you, so I don't want you. We have some time. I should probably... No, I have to theory craft. No. I have to optimize my rolls. No. Why did the game make me play it? No, I cannot believe it. Gamble, can I buy a random... This thing. 2-hand sword, 2-hand axe. Give me one. What the fuck? Why does it have such damage? What are you talking about? No, don't give me that. Yeah. Why does it have such high damage? What? I am... Okay. I gonna keep this thing here. And I gonna keep... this thing like that. I have 500... 5107, okay. Now wait a second. Oh wow, incredible. I actually realized that much on physical damage. Wow, I wasn't expecting. It doesn't have that much of a difference. What are you talking about? What? Why do I... Eh? Why do I not have the same damage? What? What? The range? No. The attack speed? Is that the actual change? No way. What is the thing that gives me so much damage? Almost a 1,000 damage of difference. Whatever. Wait. I think I can craft on this one. You. I can craft on you actually. Oh, well, that's physical damage. But it's the lowest kind because I have to find more things. And you might ask yourself how. What a great question. I have no clue. Yeah. I have no clue. Fuck. Okay. It doesn't have any physical damage, so how much do you give me? 9, 12 to 18, 21. You know what? Just let me roll for it. 9, 18. It gives me... What? Why does it give me an entire level? What are you talking about? It gives me 1,000 damage extra almost. What a great game. For sure a great game. Also, now it's lagging. Whatever you say. No, wait. It's so tempting to keep on rolling, but you know what? I should actually give up on that. Yeah. Just 3 more axes. Just 3 more axes. To do 108, 170, 105, 182. This one does more damage, supposedly. So, we set this thing here again, and... Okay, this does 6,000. Now, 5,000... Why does this... the global accuracy rating makes sense. I have no accuracy. Makes sense. Makes so much sense, brother. I am literally rolling a dice every single time that I try to hit the enemies. Understandable. I see what's the issue. I get it now. So, random energy, armor and evasion, armor and energy shield. Give me one of these. 2, 3. Maximum mana, energy, strength. What do I have? Physical. Sell. I like how much money I'm going to spend on this. You know what? I'm going to stop. Before I break anything, I'm going to stop. This, let me see. We have armor and energy shield. No. Maximum life, accuracy, maximum life, reason, energy shield, maximum, lightning, energy, gold, which doesn't matter at all. Also, I have none of those left. I wasted all of them. That's why. Huh? It has no more mold space. Wow. Wow. So, no, I literally cannot buy anything. Good. Good enough, I guess. You see, this armor is amazing, and I cannot keep it. Ah. Should utilize this armor. It needs, okay, it needs HP, basically. Let me see, can I give it HP over here? It needs perfect sockets, that's what it needs. I love suffering. That's why I played this video. I knew what I subscribed to when I installed this, so now, no time to complain. What can I easily change this thing? For what? For what? What's a good pendant? I don't have enough level probably. Like, what level am I? 52, yeah. You know what? I give up. So far I give up yet again. I go to something else now. Chalang. Man. Also, I was just checking. No dropped frames. The only dropped frames came from the game itself lagging, which is sad. Not the game itself, but rather the whole, what is it, the servers, yeah. But it can happen, basically. It's part of the experience. Okay, I gained somehow like 100 damage also. Also, why is there a wall here exactly? It literally says that I can walk through it. So, like, you're lying to me actively. But well, that's part of the experience. Wow, what hit me that hard? Wait, I know what it was. An enemy with a reflector, right? No, it wasn't. Wow, amazing, it wasn't an enemy with a reflect. What a bountiful encounter for once. What a surprising one, basically. Where the norm is for you to always get killed by your own stuff. In this case, no, it isn't. Also here, shrine, rare gloves. Let's try again. Whatever, man. Absolutely whatever. And I don't know, I feel like, yeah, this past couple of days, it has been very, I wouldn't say challenging in itself, more like simply, yeah, I feel like I haven't something really incapable of tweeting anything personally. I like always, one of the things that I have found to be very interesting has been to finally understand, yeah, you can literally do whatever you feel like doing. In many cases, it's useful to learn to do that. You don't have an obligation to try to do anything in any particular sense. Rather, it is better if you assume that it is your playfield more than anything else for the whole aspect of you can actually encounter far more things once you take it from that perspective. And the issue is, while that is to some extent true, there is also that eternal aspect of yeah, but even then, what much more can one actually say? It's the way in which I want to say it is like, I feel like in many cases it just happens that saying anything at all is always difficult. One of the things that has become the most burdensome, so to speak, was the realization that, yeah, in the end, unavoidably, what you say, what you talk about, what you think doesn't belong to you, and not that necessarily everything needs to be my own property. If it isn't, then it is meaningless, but rather that unavoidably it is to some extent bad, sad, that what you are working for, that what you are trying to say, to see happen, to make exist, gets to not possess in itself any new characteristic. Not there is a very, the proper word is that's not tiny but dangerous. No. It's not exactly dangerous either. It's along the lines of thin? No. I love how I cannot actually remember. But yeah, that thing that is a fine line, basically. Say it in other words. Very tiny line between what you can say or what you are trying to say in terms of yeah, I am original, which doesn't matter at all in terms of it's something unique, and the combination of other things to create something else entirely that possesses an importance by its own. Because to be capable of be derivative from what exists otherwise is useful, but the issue is that the way in which we insist on originality makes it look like all of that is always bad. And in the end it isn't the case so much. And yeah, it's difficult to deal with that personally. I feel like I'm trying to open the fucking map. There we go. So where do I go? There are two different places that I can go to actually. Okay. We will see. I guess. We have already gone to one of them, so I really have no clue what is gonna be the other one. But yeah, it's, I was trying to say, that yeah, that whole aspect of whenever you try to create something, try to understand what is the proper place of, yeah, this thing is unique, original and whatnot, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really possess any importance whatsoever. There is this other, more meaningful side of, yeah. And I can also see that to some extent there are these things that I can identify exist, possess an importance in what I am trying to accomplish, but to be capable of following them takes some effort that I might not be willing to do, and that's when it feels harder to continue with anything. Not because it is actually hard, but simply because in some cases the sensation of having done enough is always there, in the back of your mind almost, making sure that you remember that you perhaps have today done enough. The eternal desire for a degree of quote-unquote balance, which doesn't exactly deserve the name of balance, but rather the whole aspect of this is a different thing actually. This is something else. This is more about sensational. I kind of just wanted to chill. I kind of just wanted to not have to deal anymore with this thing. Not not really a balance imposed from having been therefore or yeah before unbalanced, but rather the whole. I wanted to calm down, and I utilized the excuse of balance to achieve that calming down, basically. But the reality is that, yeah, there is this other thing that actually exists more deeply, that has more importance, and that's strange to deal with. The sensation doesn't stop being there, so to speak, and you cannot actually avoid feeling like sometimes, yeah, I want to not continue exactly in this line of thought. I prefer to simply move on, but it also is sometimes about the capacity to simply remain in those, and to do so at all is, I wouldn't say dangerous, simply time consuming, energy demanding, something like that. And that's enough sometimes for the mind to say, no, today we're not gonna do that. Today we're actually taking this other route of, I will simply remain in the calmer position of, you know what, let it be whatever, and that will be better than me actually giving it a go. It's the desire, let's say like this, the desire to not give your whole to what you're doing, but rather settle down with the other options of, yeah, I understand that I could give it my all, but also I know that I don't have to do that. I don't have the obligation to do that. So why bother giving it my all when it isn't really a necessity? And just by the story of, this thing isn't really necessary, this other thing isn't really something that has to happen, there are so many other aspects that become avoidable, basically. I literally care for none of these things. But yeah, it's just about, it will be whatever. One just has to learn to sit with those sensations, be it whatever, basically. Also, this whole thing wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Amazing. I'm looking for something that absolutely missed. Good. But yeah, as I was trying to say, simply, those sensations are there, and in the act of creating, I started this with, in the act of creating a tweet, it's difficult sometimes to be capable of ignoring them, but in the end, yeah, it might be beneficial to be capable of doing so, and it does take some effort to admit that, yeah, it just doesn't need to be an eternal issue. I am just stuck with making it remain one, rather than changing how I do stuff for the better or whatever. But if we were so quickly satisfied with all of those things, things in general will be different, so who knows, man? Sometimes it's necessary to struggle like that, I guess. That's my point. There we go. Now that this thing is done, I can finally take this to here. I remember, I think I already did this very same mission before. It's kinda meaningless to do this one. You have to play with a wiki to know which ones are worth doing, which ones aren't. And that's... Ah, no, this one is meaningful, actually. Okay, great. We have this. We have that. The question is, what comes next after all of that? Increased armor and anesthesia from equipped body armor. Ah, from equipped body armor. I see. More. Wait. Is there anything that says more damage, basically? This thing. Axe? No, I already have that. This thing? More? No. Where is the more? Ah, the more is stun duration, yeah. No. Okay. So there are no more multipliers to it, basically, for damage. Amazing. There is no way to get that, basically. So... more spell damage. Fuck. We are not using spells. So everything is out physical here. Okay. Is there no physical mastery, brother? Really? Warcry. Retaliation. Impale. I'm not using Impale. 200 mastery. Bastion? Physical. Ah, wait, this. This thing is good, right? Like, it's in total a 54%? Yeah, to some degree. This has nothing. This has nothing. It's hard to actually choose anything, man. I guess something tells me that I should stop trying to choose at some point. It's fine to not have everything figured out. Something like that. Also, how do we access here exactly? The keyhole. Okay. How do I get keys for this thing? No, the map changed. Fuck. Okay. Can happen. We are... Thank God. It leaves you literally on the plaza, so you just have to walk a little bit to finally get to the area that you're looking for. That is over here. Ah! Okay. Here. Cathedral rooftop. The issue is the cathedral rooftop is not really the end. You have still to work a little bit here. It's fine. It's part of the experience. In this case, once again, there is no need for me to actually stay through all of that, so you know what, just get me through this. I am willing to do that. What the fuck? An iron mask? Another was chance? Can stuff? Stop dropping things. Yeah. Yes, yeah. We can try to probably do this much at least. I don't know if we're gonna continue to Act 7. I should probably do a proper pause or something after getting through this much. It's it's difficult to actually know what to do in that sense. But we will see. I was okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to probably see something like a handful of runes to try to go for, how to adjust the wood and whatnot. But this much is done probably. Not much else to add in this case. Also, can I summon this? Yeah. Absolutely beautiful then. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna be that hard. Take into consideration that Kitava doesn't really have that much damage or anything. It's rather gonna be simple, yeah. It's just time consuming, I guess. Wow! Who would have expected that? A one hit? No way. Why would my enemy have a one hit attack? Huh? Now give me the heart, brother. There we go. Thank you so much for giving me half a second your heart and nothing else. There we go. What the fuck? What was that, brother? Yeah. Yeah, okay. We have guitar basically. I don't remember how much health it lets itself lose before it actually decides that it was enough. And I don't know. It forces you to simply leave basically. So we're gonna see. I think that yeah, half HP. I think it's coming, it's coming. The attack to that guy? No? Ah, the more, even more blooded version. Yeah, yeah, the final real demon form, basically. Now it attacks the angel. Now it kills the angel. And now it's done. Man. There is no shame in whatever you say, Roar. Shut up. And here we have a Lily who says something. What? Travel to what? Kill who? I have to kill somebody? Why would I do that? Whatever. Take the ship back to this thing? No, right? Where do I have to go? Sorry, what? The Ravenous God, the King's Feast. What? I have to go back actually, or what? I'm missing something? What am I missing here? With Lily? Ah, 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 I am blind actually. Sorry. There we go. Amazing. So that's how we get to Act 6. Shower on Fumbra. Shut up, man. We are back to the very same zone that we started. Hello, stranger. Faustus Mayoshi. Time-worn claw. Oh, I just... What is this? Enemy taunted by your water cries explode on that. Wow. Wow. I can sell this, I can sell this, I can sell this, I can sell this. What is this? I am not going to use it, what? Spells. Wow. So meaningless. For me, who doesn't utilize the spells at all. So this is strength, physical, maximum HP, and this is maximum life, rarity, nothing of substance, really. So yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. I should probably take a break or something. Yeah, that's my current sensation. I feel like that's gonna be the best, but I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to do that sometimes, yes. Is it a break or is it more like a stopping here? I feel like it's for the sake of not for one day that I can sleep for 8 hours. I should actually take that opportunity. Sometimes, let's say like this. In many instances, there is always the chance present of simply properly resting, but the desire to not to do so wins over the possibility of actually doing it. And in the end, it is still actually a beautiful gift to sleep 8 hours straight. Even more when you're not being influenced by anything in terms of, you don't have these things affecting your sleep, you don't have these things making you not sleep at all. So, yeah, we are done, basically. Nothing else to say. I should get made whenever I can, those 8 hours. So, that's it for today. It was good enough. I mean, almost 2 hours this time around. I did start a little bit late. That much I can accept. But it was good anyways. So yeah, thanks as always for everything. It was very chill. I still have to fix the fucking build in terms of I need to get a proper chest break, but I don't even know if we're close to doing that. I need to get like a level... At level 65, I think they started dropping the 6-link ones. And that's what I'm looking for, so yeah, I will see. Anyways, we are done, which is the most important thing. So as always, thanks you for everything. Thank you, sorry for everything. It was good. Have a great day, great night, great evening, great life. Until next time, whenever we get to see ourselves. And until then, take care, stay hydrated, be responsible, all of those things. And as always, even if we don't get to see ourselves next time, thank you for everything. It was a wonderful one. And it doesn't mean that you don't have your side to do so, yeah. Bye bye. And wait, because there is more. Since we are here in YouTube, let me actually try to get the thing, the level. I will try to get the level going off. At which level did I end today's stream? I think I didn't really end that many levels. Level 53. I actually did gain a handful, like 4, probably. Substantial enough, basically. Yeah, substantial enough. Here. Level 53. Okay, there we go. Save. So yeah, anyways, bye bye here too. A great one. Let me close the game again. There we go. Bye.